That's DeVault, and I am the owner and CEO of DeVault Cyber Plus, better known as DCP CyberSecurity. And we do HIPAA assessments for small firms, nursing homes, other facilities that might need those. So to get started, one of the first things you really need to do is have a full assessment, even if you've had one before, so you can see where you're at, and we identify all the gaps and things that you need to do to move forward. So there's several components of being compliant with HIPAA that you need to understand. And the consultation will get you all the information you need so that you can establish a good program. You are supposed to have a HIPAA officer, compliance officer for your company. Even if you're a small firm, like maybe you're just a doctor and you've got 3 or 4 or 5 employees, you're still responsible for keeping track of all your information, and your patient files need to be kept safe. The requirement starting in July of 2025, I believe, requires everyone to have switched to medical charting or electronic patient information, which you also have to keep safe. And one of the things I specialize in is making sure that you can keep your records safe, make sure that you have all the proper protections in place, encryption and other things that you need, so that your data is going to be compliant. One of the things you get out of this is a gap analysis, which right at the end will help you formulate a plan so that you can put things in place so that you remain compliant. And then we do a yearly follow-up, just like you would with your doctor, to kind of get a pulse of how you're doing with your plan, how things are going. The initial assessment is generally more expensive than the follow-ups. So you want to keep that in mind when you're planning budgetary reasons to do a HIPAA assessment. The fines can be very steep if you don't do an assessment, if you don't remain compliant. Some of these things can be devastating to a smaller firm, especially when someone comes along and says, hey, you lost my records. There were some records lost not that long ago by several medical facilities, several hospitals, and these things can be rather devastating. And even if you are simply establishing a BAA or business association accreditation with whoever you're sharing the records with, they have to be compliant as well. Your job is to make sure that you know and you have records that show that they are compliant. So anyway, that's what it's all about. If you want to hear more, go to my website. It's devaultcyberplus.com. Real simple, real easy to remember. And fill out the form there. And you can, I will also put that down in the description. And you guys can go there and fill that out. Might put in what kind of firm you are, how big you are. Pricing usually depends on the size and scope of the assessment. So anyway, thank you for your time. I'm glad you came by and checked out my video. If you want to know more, like I said, just go to my website and get in touch with us. We look forward to hearing from you. Bye-bye.